Signing day, always an exciting day, but especially for your second class, Coach. You think that maybe, as you said earlier, this could be the most talented group of football players ever to come into the University of Massachusetts.
I believe that it is. There's always been great individual talent that has come to the University of Massachusetts. That'll always be the case. But being a full year now recruiting Division 1A players, FBS if you will, it really allowed us to go out and find some of the best players in the Northeast and along the Eastern Seaboard, and we really got our fair share of them.
You listed earlier today the states in a breakdown, how many players came from each, and it was kind of interesting. New Jersey, Florida, a couple of states that you hit very heavily in this class, right? Yeah,
this is 2 years in a row. I believe New Jersey was our leading state with our signees. A few more from Florida than we expected, but really just because the interest was so high, we had some very, very talented young men from Florida that were interested in playing for UMass. So we were able to sign 4 of them, and very, very glad that we got them.
The biggest question I think always when you look at an overall recruiting class is how did you address the specific needs that your team had? When you looked to try to address those different spots on your roster this year, what were the areas of most concern, and did you feel you met those needs with this class coming in?
Well, I think if anybody watched the UMass game last year, they would have said the offensive line was the #1 need. And we went out and got ourselves 6 offensive linemen. 3 of them are already on campus right now. One was a junior college transfer. One was a guy who actually signed with us a year ago, Cameron Mock, who joined the team this January. Then a high school early enrollee, Sam Zeff. So adding those 3 guys plus 3 more coming in the fall, we think that we made immediate impact, at least on our depth as we go forward.
Coach, I wonder, as you went into people's homes and high schools this year, what was the purveying message that you tried to get across about UMass football?
Well, all the progress that we've made. As I've said before, maybe if you're on the outside looking in, you can't quite see it like the guys on the inside looking out. And I think that's my job as the head coach, really able to open up the windows, if you will, from the outside, from the inside, so from those on the outside can look in and say, wow, they're really making progress there. And we're able to point out so many great things that are going on here, how our players are performing in the classroom, in the community, as well as on the football field.
Well, this will be your second year competing in the Mid-American Conference with UMass, but you've had several other stops over your coaching career in other schools at the MAC. How does this group of players that you've brought in this year at UMass compare to some of the other classes that you've seen throughout the conference?
Well, I would say that at least other schools that I've been associated with, this is by far the best class that I've ever seen. We really have talent from top to bottom. There's nobody that we've signed that couldn't play at many other schools at the mid-major or even the BCS level. So I think it's a legitimate class full of 1A football players.
What's coming up now as you get ready for spring ball? What happens over the next month and a half?
Well, we're hot and heavy on the class of 2014. Already today on the phone, we've already offered 6 guys in the class of 2014, and I would imagine by midnight tonight we'll offer another 6. So we'll have at least a dozen guys offered that have gone through the process. We've evaluated their video, their transcripts, and it was just a matter of the head coach getting on the phone with them, offering them a scholarship. That will continue from now until next signing date.
Wow, exciting day. Congratulations on the group that you've put together, Coach.
Yeah, thank you, Josh.
And thanks for watching here on UMass Athletics.